I ruined my coworker's first chance at a vacation in 3 years. My coworker Jessica and I share an office. She's been there for 3 years. I've only been there for 5 months. She's not my boss, but you wouldn't know that by the way she acts. Every single day, Jessica leans over my desk and tells me how to do my work. Like, I'll be typing an email and she'll literally read over my shoulder and go, "You should say it like this instead." Or I'll be working on a report and she'll point at my screen going, "No, that's not how we do it here." But the worst part is the speakerphone. Jessica takes every single call on speakerphone. And these aren't just quick calls. She talks to our overseas team and she's incredibly rude to them. She'll be yelling stuff like, "Why can't you people get this right? Did you even read my email?" I've asked her probably 20 times to please use a headset. She just rolls her eyes and goes, "I've been here way longer than you, and this is how I work. Get over it." Oh, and she talks about her stomach problems constantly. Like, in detail, she'll be sitting there going, "Ugh, I had the worst time in the bathroom this morning. My stomach is killing me. I think I'm lactose intolerant." When I asked her to please not discuss that stuff while we're working, she told me I needed to stop being so sensitive and that she doesn't jump to my tune. She actually said that she wasn't going to walk on eggshells around me just because I was uncomfortable. If another coworker comes by to talk to me, Jessica answers for me before I can even open my mouth. She'll literally interrupt and start talking over me like I'm not even there. And she talks to herself all day long. She reads her emails out loud under her breath. She swears at her computer. This morning she got an email she didn't like and went, "Are you kidding me right now? This is such bull. I've complained to our boss multiple times, but he's completely useless. He just says that's how Jessica is, and we all need to learn to work together. Our company is tiny and he's incredibly cheap. Like, won't even spring for decent coffee in the break room. Cheap." The thing is, I'm the first person in years who knows how to do Jessica's job. She handles all these international accounts, and apparently before I got hired, nobody else in the office could cover for her, which means she hasn't taken a real vacation in 3 years. 2 weeks ago, she came into the office all excited. She had finally booked this huge trip to Hong Kong, 2.5 weeks. She kept going on and on about how she was going to eat real dim sum and visit all these temples and finally get away from this place. She had the dates circled on her calendar in red marker. She even showed me pictures of her hotel. I could tell this trip meant everything to her. Last week, I got a call from this guy I've been freelancing for on the side. He offered me a full-time position at his company. Better pay, better hours, and I'd actually have my own office. No Jessica, no cheap boss, just actual professional people. I told him I'd love to take it. He said I could start whenever I was ready and that he understood if I needed to give proper notice at my current job. Jessica's trip is in 2 weeks. If I was a nice person, I'd wait until after she got back to quit. But here's what I decided. Last Monday morning, I walked into our boss's office and handed him my resignation letter. 2 weeks notice starting today. He just stared at me with his mouth open. Then he goes, "But Jessica's vacation is in 2 weeks. Who's going to cover her accounts?" I just shrugged and said, "I don't know, but that's not really my problem anymore." I walked back to my desk and Jessica was sitting there working. She had no idea what I'd just done. About an hour later, our boss called her into his office. I could hear her voice getting louder and louder through the walls. When she came back out, her face was bright red. She looked at me and goes, "You're quitting in 2 weeks?" I just smiled and said, "Yep, I found a better opportunity." She completely lost it, started yelling about how I was sabotaging her vacation and how could I do this to her, how she'd been waiting 3 years for this trip. Our boss came out and told her to calm down, but she just kept going. That's when I said really calmly, "Jessica, you've spent 5 months making my life miserable. You've ignored every request I've made to be respectful. You told me you don't jump to my tune. Well, guess what? I don't jump to yours either." The next 2 weeks were incredible. Jessica had to cancel her entire trip, lost like $3,000 in deposits because our boss refused to let her go without coverage. She barely spoke to me except to shoot me dirty looks across the office. My last day, I packed up my desk and walked out. Jessica was still there, angry as ever, and I've never felt better about a decision in my life.